And that's the reason why these civilizations in the past, they have stored these information and encoded it in a higher frequency density consciousness. If we are vibrating in, if our understanding of reality is not at that expanded level of consciousness yet, and we're still understanding what love is, and we're still in that conditional love, that information and knowing how to direct energy, use energy, and shape energy can be very dangerous, because then people might use it for their own self-interest, and then it's just going to be the same thing that we're experiencing right now, and that's not the whole point. So we want to expand out of this and love, the understanding of divine unconditional love, is one of the most important things as we ascend as a collective. This is the one key thing that we will embody, and then this information that is in the field all around us being encoded will then come to light. Blessings, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me in today's transmission from Golden Avalon. If you have been following me for some time and have been following the Golden Timeline series, then you will know that this has been a long-awaited transmission and capstone session for the 4-part series of the Golden Timeline. I have finally received the date that we will host our Golden Avalon session, the last one of the 4 golden timelines, and it will happen on the winter solstice of this year in December. So more information will be in the description box down below. I will share a little bit more about it after this transmission towards the end of this video as well. So take a couple of deep breaths to drop into this space to receive the messages from Golden Avalon. As soon as I opened the Akashic realms to tune into Golden Avalon, I saw and am seeing still this long passageway in the middle of the forest, in the dark, in the night sky. And in front of me, I see a being. I can't make out the face, but this being I've seen the first time I received messages about Avalon. This being in a robe, with a hood above his head. Very mysterious being, and on the 2 sides of his robe, I see this squarish-like patterns running down the sides of the seams of his robe. It feels very mysterious and magical at the same time. The Golden Timeline of Avalon is meant to activate the power of magic. In the Golden Timeline of Avalon, magic is used often. the ability to cast spells, potions, to heal, to create. This is the magic. That you came here to remember. There is a lot of misunderstanding around magic, and in particular dark magic. But when you really understand what magic is and how it works, it is simply the ability to understand how energy works. The precise, nuanced understanding of how energy flows and exists on our plane. When you're able to understand that, you're able to shape energy. You're able to work with energy. You're able to direct energy. You're able to manipulate energy. That is essentially what magic is. The outcome of magic, when someone uses it, is the intention. The intention when shaping energy and directing energy creates a specific outcome. If the intention is benevolent, then the outcome is benevolent. But if the intention is malicious, then the outcome is malicious. Can you understand? Can you see how magic is what it is? It is not innately good or bad. It is just energy, the understanding of it, and the knowledge of how to use it. This is what the Atlanteans knew. This is how they were able to create such an advanced civilization. And this is also how they fell. In the golden timeline of Atlantis, it has been activated, the knowledge of these advanced technologies. The templates are already there. It has been downloaded and in the field for those in a time of readiness, of expanded consciousness. And in Golden Avalon, we are bringing through the understanding of these abilities. For the basis of these advanced civilizations, including Atlantis, is the understanding of energy. The dawn of the light is approaching, and we are at the precipice, coming out of the dark and into the light. And this is why you're being guided to specific people, places, modalities, teachings, because it is time to remember. You are anchoring in these codes as you receive. You are gridding the earth as you receive. It is two-way. You don't just receive, you also give, even if you're not consciously aware of. You are a group of pioneering spirits who came here to pave the way. To pave the way for the new earth. That is an expanded consciousness, perception towards life, understanding of energy. The new earth is not another planet. It is here, where you are in right now. But it is in the shift of your frequency, where you will shift into a different bandwidth, a higher vibrational bandwidth of reality. You're still going to be here. But vibrating in a completely different bandwidth as compared to the rest who choose to stay. That is what we mean by the shift into the new earth. These things might still be out of your comprehension, but there is a deep knowing within you that you are a part of this, that this is happening. The information that has been encoded in the fields, in oral transmissions, in oral teachings, in sacred sites, are not just there physically, but in a higher dimension. They have been intentionally encoded in these areas for the day when the light will come in again. This is the cycle of time. It has been calculated. It has been known. And therefore the preparation was done. And now is the remembrance. These codes are being activated in you. You might ask, what do you need to do next? Don't think with the mind. Feel and know within yourself, in your heart, your intuition. The mind is useful, yes, but it is time to balance it out in the heart. The mind is useful to take action, but in the heart you receive the guidance, the knowing. So if you don't know yet, it is fine. Don't force, just be, and know that these codes are active within you. They have been awakened. And the day will come where you will understand. And this understanding comes through by following the breadcrumbs. What do you feel guided to do? Where do you feel guided to go? Who do you feel guided to? Keep following that, and it will be shown to you. The mind in this aspect is one of the biggest hurdles to overcome. The need to be logical, the need to understand what is the next step, what is the next plan. Perhaps can you ease into the flow a little bit more? And when there is space and flow, you will know. Ekarai nai te te kuku I she te rai she rai kai she te rai shuku kumai shata satarai she te uku e shara e se te ke o shuku a e she te ke ara e se no kua e she te rai ka e shu no kua e she te 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 ai shuku a e se te 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 ai ke rai shu ua e rai she te rai shu ai su tunu ai shu tuku ai se rai she te kai shu no shu tu 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 ai she te rai se te rai she te rai she te rai she te rai ku ai se te rai sha ku ai she. Allow these codes, this energetic transmission to awaken the knowing within you. Kwai rai se te rai she te tu tu ai nai she te rai tu tu ai she te rai te te rai shu tu ai shatakai se te nai sha. Allow it to activate a deeper knowing within you of your own truth. Kara e se rai kuara e se rai e shu kukurua e she te rai she te. Shurua ma se te ka e nai she te shuku kwai rai te nai she te sutu ai sha ara e se te rai sha ara e se te rai sha ara e se te rai sha. You don't need to know. You don't need to understand. For a lot of the things that are going to unfold in your life, you won't be able to. Perhaps you can stop trying, needing to know, to understand, and let the journey show you the magic of creation. Magic. This life is magic if you allow it to be. Unlimited by only what you think is possible, because the impossible is possible. Shkure nai seterai shutu kunuai sheterai shutu kuairai sheterai sutu ukua isheterai shuturua isheterai shuturua isheterai shuturua akai sheterua irai shutu kuai shutu ku urua iseterai shukua ishutukua ukuairai shutukuairai shutukuairai shutukua mai shutu usukuai shutukuai shutukuai shutu uai seterai sha shmu kuai shai mu shukuai shai setete. Take a couple of deep breaths in to Calibrate, receive, and ease into what you have just received, knowing that you have received exactly what you need to. Whether you know it or not, whether you feel it or not, it is done and it is complete. Sealing this transmission in divine protection, complete stabilization, in the highest light, the highest truth, and in the highest divine unconditional love. And so it is. I think there's not much that needs to be said about this Avalon golden timeline that we will be anchoring in. Feels very significant to be gathering for this Avalon golden timeline circle during the winter solstice. For a lot of people, this time is going to be the least amount of daylight this day. And in the visions that I saw in this transmission and the feeling, it was very mysterious, and it was under the night sky. It was in the night, it was completely dark in the forest that I was walking through, and all I saw was the light from the stars lighting up the path. And it seems very apt with regards to this mysterious energy of Avalon that I've always felt since the day that I received this 4 golden timelines that I will be assisting to anchor in with many of you. As well as you're receiving it, you're also a part of the grid work, and wherever you are in the world, it is in divine alignment that you are at that specific spot at that specific time, receiving that specific transmission that we will be gathering to do. Whether it's live or recording, this work transcends time and space. So before I go, I just wanted to do a little recap of the 4 golden timelines that I received last December. And it all began last December when I received the golden timeline of Shambhala, and along the way received the message that every 3 to 4 months would be another golden timeline to anchor in, and there were 4, a set of 4 that I would assist. There are many others that I believe that other people are tapping into and assisting to anchor in as well. So Shambhala is one of them. Shambhala is activating and anchoring in the abundance templates of the new earth. Abundance is infinite. It is opposite of what we have been told, that resources are finite, that money is finite. Abundance is infinite. It is all around us. Abundance, money, currency is energy. And so Shambhala is anchoring in the templates of abundance, or rather it is already anchored in, and it is in the field. It is open for those who are ready and those who are meant to receive it. And then the Atlantean golden timeline is that of the templates of the advanced technologies. And then Lemuria is the templates of unconditional love, community, of unity consciousness. It's really the core template. It feels like it's the skeleton of the new earth. And the last one is Avalon, in which it will be the anchoring in of the understanding of how to harness energy, the understanding of energy, how it flows, and the knowledge of using it, harnessing it, shaping it, and directing it for the greatest good of all. And the reason why this information is being encoded in such a cryptic way is because, it's a cycle of time. So we went through the light age before. This is not the first time that we are going into the golden age. The golden age existed before. And in these ancient civilizations of Atlantis, in the ancient Mayan civilization, in the ancient Egyptian civilization, there is so much evidence that we knew so much more than what we knew today. And there was an advanced civilization that could access higher consciousness, and the understanding of all of this that we are slowly understanding right now as a collective, all these evidences are slowly coming up to the surface. I remember there was someone commented that they had a dream of islands or things emerging from the ocean surface or the earth's surface. What is the significance of all of this? In my interpretation, it is the message that things from beneath the surface is coming up again. It is a metaphor. Whether or not islands would resurface is a different story. But metaphorically, it means that information is coming up again. And we are in a time and space where we are ready to remember. And there is still a lot of work, to be done in terms of raising the consciousness of ourselves and the collective. And this actually is done first by focusing on ourselves. And actually, when we focus on ourselves and we, find the key to unlock who we truly are, and we know that, and we've found that, and we see that, and we feel that, and we live that authentically, when our light shines, it is inevitable that people will also shift. That is quantum entanglement. And so really, you don't need to do anything. A lot of people ask, what can I do to be a healer? What can I do to assist? What can I do to be of service? And my answer would always be, focus on yourself first. That is the one most important thing. When you find your own essence and you live in alignment with that, things will start to fall into place. You don't actually need to scurry and find it like a headless chicken. It comes to you. Because everything is within you. So yes, the time has come now, and we are entering the light age. Love, the understanding of divine unconditional love, is one of the most important things as we ascend as a collective. We are understanding and experiencing unconditional love. Whatever that we're moving through, whatever challenges, whatever experiences, it's showing us unconditional love. And this is the one key thing that we will embody. We will learn how to embody. And then this information that is in the field all around us being encoded will then come to light. I saw in one of my visions in my trip to Egypt that I will see nothing in the king's chamber. And indeed, there was nothing. The message to me, even before I stepped into the king's chamber, was, you're not going to see anything because the important information is not written on the walls. Instead, it is encoded in the field, in the energetic field, in a higher dimension. And so in order to receive and understand and see it in the mind's eye, is to raise your consciousness, is to expand your consciousness, which in this journey, we are, I believe, every one of you watching this is on a journey to expand our consciousness. And when we are able to reach that level of consciousness, of expanded consciousness, that is how then we are able to receive and understand. It's just science, it's physics, it's also common sense. I always, bring about the analogy of the radio station. If you want to receive the information and listen to the music from this radio station, you got to be tuned in. You got to be at that frequency, tuned into that frequency in order to receive that transmission. So it's the same thing. The things are literally all around us, right? But the reason why we don't see it, the reason why we don't know it, is because our frequency is not at that level yet. And it's not about this is higher, this is better, we're lower, we're worse. No, it is what it is. It is just rates of vibration. And that's the reason why these civilizations in the past, they have stored this information and encoded it in a higher frequency, density consciousness, or in other words, dimension in simplified words. It's because if we are vibrating and if our understanding of reality is not at that expanded level of consciousness yet, and we're still understanding what love is, and we're still in that conditional love kind of thing, having that information and knowing how to direct energy, use energy, and shape energy can be very dangerous, because then people might use it for their own self-interest. And then it's just going to be the same thing that we're experiencing right now. And that's not the whole point. So we want to expand out of this, and then it will make sense. Yeah. Too many things, too little words. Words are very limited. So thank you so much for receiving. If you would like to join the Avalon Golden Timeline Circle, the link is in the description. I will also highly recommend to check out the Golden Timeline package. There is a package that I'm offering that will give you a little bit of a discount to avail all four together. And also there is one more package that is the Golden Timeline as well as the System Recalibration 4-part series that I recently done that is packaged together. System Recalibration series is going to be a very supportive 4-part system to, initiate you into the Golden Timeline series, because we've been programmed a lot by so many different things around us, whether it's the media, society, education, government, whatever. And a lot of these understandings and belief systems needs to be reframed and tuned back into the divine blueprint of who we are, why we came here. And so it is a lot of dissolving of these layers like an onion and getting into the true essence of who you are, what it is, and that is going to really support you in receiving the Golden Timeline activations. So that is available as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm sending so much love and light to all of you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.